Welcome to Daily Life Connection. Today we're again going to explore who God is and what difference that makes in how we live our lives. I want to begin today from Psalm chapter 42 and verse 8. And the writer says this: By day the Lord commands his steadfast love, and at night his song is with me, a prayer to the God of my life. By day the Lord commands his steadfast love. Did you know God is a commander? He is a commander. In the United States, they talk about the commander in chief being the president, who has authority and power to send his troops, his messengers, those that would enact and enforce his desire and bidding. He has the authority and the power to do that. He is the commander in chief. A commander, one who holds a position of authority so that those under him will respond to his choices, to his commandments, what he commands them to do. And this verse is reminding us that God is a commander. God is the highest authority there is. There is no authority higher than him. There is no power higher than him. One writer says, is there any other God? I don't know of any. None that equal the power and authority of our God, of Yahweh. He is the commander in chief. And the great thing is what he commands. It doesn't say that he commands his troops, or it says he commands his steadfast love to us. I don't know about you, but that is a wonderfully comforting thought to me. That what God commands toward me and you is his steadfast love. Now, that word I understand is a rich word in the Hebrew language, and it can mean mercy. God commands his mercy, or his compassion, or his righteousness, or his steadfast love toward us. He commands that. It isn't that he just, there are times when I would love to do things for my children or my grandchildren, but I don't have the means or authority or power to command that it be done. I'd love to command some things that would make their lives better, that would make them easier, but I don't have the authority or power to do that. I cannot command that toward them. But God can. God has the total authority and power and right and means to command his steadfast love to you and I. It means that we don't have to wake up this morning wondering if we're going to deserve his love. He's commanded it. He's sent forth his steadfast love, his mercy, his compassion, his grace. He has set it forth. I think it kind of reflects back to Psalm 23, don't you? Where it says, goodness and mercy will pursue me all the days of my life. Why do goodness and mercy, and in fact that same word steadfast love is used in many of the translations. His steadfast love will pursue me all the days of my life. Why? Because he's commanded it. He's commanded it. It's one of God's commandments that has to be obeyed. Steadfast love has to obey him. It has to do what he said, and he sent it forth for you and for me. So today, just relax and rejoice in the fact that all through your day, all through your night, all through the rest of your life and life after life, all through that, his steadfast love is commanded to you. Commanded to you. And there's no if in that. You see, when the head of the armed forces or whatever commands that ship to go into the Mediterranean Sea, it's not, well, I'm commanding this this ship to join the NATO fleet in the Mediterranean, but if the captain doesn't really feel like doing that, or if he'd like to take a detour to South America, no, that captain of that ship is under commandment, the commander's commandment, to go join the NATO fleet in the Mediterranean Sea. That's where it'll go. That's what it'll do. because it has been commanded to that place. Hallelujah. God has commanded his steadfast love to sail to you. You're the Mediterranean Sea, you and I. His commanded love. Why will it be there in us? Because he's commanded it to go there. He's commanded it to dwell there. Ah, man, what a rich concept of who God is. A God who is a commander, and what he commands is his steadfast love to you and me. So, today, relax. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to deserve it. You don't even have to ask for it. See, that Mediterranean Sea doesn't have to say to that ship, please come, please come into our waters, please be in our area. It's going to be there because it was commanded so by the commander of the Navy, or admiral, whatever his title is. He commanded that ship to be there, so it's going to be there. Whether the Mediterranean Sea wants it or not, it's going to be there. And that's the truth for you and I today. Whether we think we deserve it or not, whether we've even asked for it or not, it's already present to us. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases because he commanded it toward us. Rejoice in that today. Think about it. Give him thanks for it. Look for signs of it. And dwell in the present steadfast love that the Lord has commanded upon you and I. That's good news. We'll talk again tomorrow.